Hello, everyone, and welcome to Art Battle Toronto. We are here at the Great Hall, and we have 12 absolutely incredible artists who will be coming to you live very soon. We are just about to start round number 1 with our first 6 artists. We are going to have 3 rounds of live competitive painting tonight, 6 artists in round number 1, 6 artists in round number 2, and the top 2 artists from each qualifying round will move forward into a 4-artist final showdown. Round number 1 starting very shortly. I am here with Tyson Cody, who is our on-site correspondent. Hey, Tyson.
How you doing, Morgan? It is very exciting to be here, present in the Great Hall. The vibe is electric, let me tell you that much.
It looks like it. It looks like everyone is just getting ready and getting excited. I know that there's quite a few returning artists in round number 1, and I am pretty jazzed to see who comes out on top tonight.
Definitely, me too.
All right, everyone, we will be with you for our very first round in just a few minutes. Right now, we are looking at our opening painter, Ariel Hosany, who actually won our January event and has created this incredible painting prior to the battle beginning. So stay tuned for round number 1. Round number 1 coming up in just a few minutes.
Of all ages, welcome to Art Battle Toronto!
We, of course, are your hosts this evening. This is the co-founder of Art Battle, Christopher Pemberton. And I am Tony Casolvavea, and we are so very happy to see all you beautiful people tonight. So thank you for coming.
And we are happy to see you. All right, a star is finally getting recognized. That is so great, Tanya.
Flower holder, Sky.
All right, Sky is going to practice being a flower girl by holding those flowers.
Yes, give it up!
All right.
Chris and Julie will be getting married.
That's right, I'm getting married in less than 2 weeks.
Woo!
And this is my fiancée Julie and our daughter Sky. All right, but that's not what the night is about tonight.
They're getting married now!
Surprise!
Surprise wedding!
You're at a wedding. Okay. There worse things than that.
All my friends are here.
All right, we are close to sold out tonight, so thank you very much. And once again, we are going to be seeing Toronto's best live arts event here tonight. 12 painters, 20 minutes at a time. It is going to be absolutely awesome. We're going to have 3 rounds of live competitive painting. The third round will be the final, and the winner of the final round will be tonight's champion, and you will decide together.
Exactly. All paintings tonight will be up for silent auction, including this amazing one by our very own Ariel, who painted it. She's Dream Paint Art on Instagram, and she was one of our, what did she win?
Yes, she is the Art Battle champion.
From the current one, from last month.
From 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Everything's a blur for me. But this painting will also be up for silent auction, and you'll get your, once you've logged into your special voting link, you can also be taken to a special bidding link. You can bid on each of the paintings created tonight, and of course this one here. And you watching at home, you can also bid, and we will send you this painting if you win that bid. So thank you for bidding here tonight. And we have our roaming live stream host. You'll see him around. Tyson is, hi Tyson. He'll be doing the commentary. So if you have friends at home who can't be here or who want to come, they can watch our live stream on Art Battle's Facebook page. I should know these things.
You can go to artbattle.com/AB2448. Or just go to artbattle.com and look for tonight's event. But you guys don't need to do that because you are here in the house. It is going to be an absolutely awesome night. Spring has sprung, and we got some new artists, some returning amazing painters. So one thing that we always do is we have a wild card in the second round so that we can meet someone from the audience who is very brave and courageous, and then we find out if they're also very talented. It's a really fun thing to do. Tonight, one of our painters from the first round was ill and couldn't come, so we're having 2 wild cards tonight. One in the first round and one in the second round. And people have put in their name at the door. And right now, we're going to find out who's painting along with our 5 select painters here in round number 1. Tanya, who is it going to be?
Go deep into the bucket. Move it around a bit, you know. There we go. Who's it going to be? Oh my God, it's Pat. Pat. I didn't mean to do that. I just did it. You know, I think between the records and Cat, I don't want to paint though, but I'm going to try because I like taking risks. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to try not to pick your name. And then I manifested his name. So, Pat, you're painting! So, Pat, you're screaming your name. So sorry about that. Pat, coming up to meet Lucas on the other side of the easels. You wanted this is your first art battle. You wanted the full experience, so
There you go.
here you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Pat. All right.
That clean, crisp white tee is just a perfect, and those white shoes, just a perfect.
And a very cool hat, I have to say.
There you go.
All right, so the artists have 20 minutes. They're using acrylic paint and anything else that they can get their hands on. At the end of the round, you will vote to determine who goes through to the final round. Now, let's meet the rest of our painters.
Okay, who wants to know who's painting tonight? Okay, that's a good criminal massacre. So let's get right into it. At easel number 1, a true art battle all-star creating emotional portraits with vibrancy and texture. Please make a whole lot of noise for Shani Kalev! Been a while, but she's back and we're happy to see her. At easel number 2, an artist inspired to create works that infuse nature and memory. Welcome back to the easel, for tonight's first Wildcard, See, I told you they were going to support you. It's fine.
All right, at easel number 4. She was a finalist in her first battle in January and is back for more. Blending realist execution with unexpected color combinations. Ladies and gentlemen, Amani Muhammad! At easel number 5, an art battle favorite, inspired by the energy and impression of landscapes. From near and far, put your hands together for Joel Zelikovitz. And at easel number 6, a new star this season, an incredibly talented and versatile artist coming from Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Violetta Radzilevich.
Okay, we've got 20 minutes on the clock. And for those of you who listening to your first time at the art battle, once we started, we tend to do our slow tornado of art appreciation counterclockwise. So just fall into step with that. And of course, if you wanted to camp out in front of the easels, just sit out up on top, and that's perfectly fine.
All right, we are going to do a countdown from 5. When we get to
And here we are with Violetta. And Violetta has just done such an incredible job already at executing this face.
So much is done already. So much character has been expressed in this portrait here. And yet, as so often, there's so much background still yet to be filled and so much to be defined about this wonderful work of art.
And I love the way that she's throwing in some of those highlights already. It's really bringing life into the face so much at this early stage.
Definitely. And there's still so much, so many more minutes left of this round. Still so much can change.
Yeah, we've got about 14 and a half minutes, I believe, remaining on the clock. Moving over back to Shani, and very dark in the execution of this canvas so far, but we can sneak peek and see that Shani's palette is quite vibrant, so I feel like she might bring us some surprises.
I love the foreshadowing there. It's that's a great hint.
I just can't help myself. I'm always creeping on what the palettes are loaded up with.
We got a palette creep.
So gorgeous portrait happening right now. We can also see that Shani has kind of drawn into the canvas. Looks like maybe with a palette knife to kind of score some lines out of the background paint that she's got.
Or the artist's sword, as we do. Like
the artist's sword. Moving over to Jacqueline here. And Jacqueline has advanced quite a bit in their portrait that they're working on. And we've got this just beautiful peachy tone coming down onto the canvas.
Yes, it's a moody and a very moody and beautiful portrait.
Yeah, there's definitely like almost an ominous kind of vibe that's coming just from the kind of side eye contact there.
Yeah, but sort of sexy ominous.
Yeah, for sure. And the way that Jacqueline is just dancing their brush around the edges of the hair is really nice as well. Okay, over with our wild card Pat, and Pat has moved into the sky portion of his piece, and it looks like we've got some blue going down, and I'm seeing a gray cloud potentially being thrown on there right now.
You know, with so little definable subject matter here, a lot is being expressed as far as the depth that is in this image.
And some interesting sharp lines coming down. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a surprise.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if I was surprised. But at the moment, it looks almost like a bird's eye view of a forest on the shore.
Oh. Okay, over with Amani now. And I am seeing that Amani's little gecko character, little salamander, is really starting to emerge. Oh, wait. I think I've just figured it out. I think
it's a frog.
Is it a frog or is it a chameleon? Oh, it's a frog. You're right. It's a frog.
I think it's a frog looking like it's hanging off of a dandelion.
And over with Joel now. And Joel is really, really filling in this landscape here. Just some very quick brushwork to really establish this environment.
And I think you were right about the snow scene. I won't hold it against him. And I hope that the audience tonight also can forgive him for painting a, albeit beautiful, very snowy scene.
And we've got so much domination with this kind of river situation that he's got going on right now, and bringing a lot of black into the river. So really getting in there with that depth.
Absolutely. And we must be around 10 minutes left of this round?
I believe that you are correct. We have about 10 and a half minutes remaining, and voting is actually now open for those who are watching on the stream with us. You can head to artbattle.com/AB2448 and cast your vote for which artist you think is best.
We're already halfway point, and let's keep that. Nothing what we're seeing. Do you know who you're voting for yet? It's okay if you don't. We got less than 10 minutes to go. In round one of our Toronto. DJ.
All right, back over with Violetta here. And I love that Violetta is using the super vibrant yellow. And I'm also really digging that it's matching her outfit as well.
I was just going to say, we've got a case of art imitating life here.
There's just some really beautiful, expressive painterly brushwork going on with the way that she's weaving these yellow and black strokes together.
Painterly indeed. It's really creating quite a bit of mood with this.
And back over with Shani now. And speaking of mood, we really are getting this just like really beautiful, kind of serene, contemplative portrait from Shani.
Quite contemplative indeed. And still leaving great mystery as to the potential use of that very colorful palette that she's sitting on.
I know, I can't wait for it. I'm familiar with the way that Shani paints, and because I've kind of already spoiled the surprise of being a palette creep, I don't feel guilty in saying that I think that we're going to see some really big bombastic colors from her towards the end.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Ooh, florals now from Jacqueline.
Well, this just might be a scene from Trinity Bellwood's last week.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good observation. So for anyone who's not in Toronto, we have cherry blossoms in one of our largest parks, and they bloom for a short time, and kind of half the city descends upon the park to witness their gorgeousness. So here we have Jacqueline bringing it to the easel for us.
Yes, indeed. Spring is upon us, and it's beautiful to see these vibrant splashes of colors on the canvas.
There's such a beautiful application of the petals here. It's like a heavy application of paint, but it's also very soft.
I just realized it sort of looks like my roommate, and I'll have to alert him in case he wants to purchase it, which is a great time to mention that you at home listening, folks, can be the proud owners of these painters tonight. So be sure to log on and participate in the auction. Indeed, you could be the owner of these very paintings tonight.
That's right. You don't need to be in the room to purchase any and collect any of these pieces. We will ship them to you. Looks like Jacqueline is working on the ear of this portrait. I always find that is the most difficult part of a portrait. I would just put hair over it.
Yeah, good call. Ears are pretty weird.
Ears are weird. Back with our Wildcard artist here, and I'm really liking the surprise element of our tornado ripping through this landscape here.
No kidding.
And there's this brushing of cerulean blue starting to come into that almost seafoamy green of the sky, just really adding into the drama of the piece.
And I'm not quite sure, but I think Pat might just be the tornado, and this painting is a metaphor for his round in this competition.
He'll walk away not only with a new experience, but with a new nickname. Pat, the Wildcard Tornado.
Ooh, that is good.
Okay, over with Amani here, and we now are finally getting to this flower that she's executing, and she's just doing it so fast and so specifically.
Painters for the second round. These painters in the first round in the 4 minutes.
We often talk about the strategies that painters deploy to appeal to the audience, and I think that this is some winning imagery, and I hope that she gets some votes here tonight, because you can't go wrong with an adorable frog hanging on a flower.
I really think that Amani is going to be gathering in votes with that piece. It's so appealing. It has cuteness appeal, but it also has this amazing execution appeal as well.
Absolutely. And with the very dark background, it could also be sort of a gothic appeal. You know, this could be a goth frog.
She's given us everything. And here we are back with Joel. Oh, and cool. We can actually see, I'm just noticing now that he's got his reference picture taped to the easel. And I believe that this is actually a photograph probably from one of Joel's adventures.
Oh, is Joel an adventurer?
He is an adventurer. He likes to travel, and he likes to take inspiration from the landscapes around him when he's traveling.
Well, I feel like I have been transported. It is a beautiful scene, and I love the strong blue hue that's taking the prominence of the river.
Me too. And the way that he's established the depth with that darker color and the more blurry application of the trees within the water to give us that reflective quality.
Reflective indeed. And this would be just a perfect kind of painting to have in a peaceful room that you might have in your home.
And moving back over to Violetta here. And wow, I was not anticipating this red, but I am here for it.
Oh yeah, I'm also here for it. Quite literally and metaphorically. I mean, it's just fantastic.
So something fun that's happening on the stream today, actually, for everyone who doesn't know, is that Tyson is actually our on-site correspondent today. And Tyson usually does off-site commentary with me. So Tyson, are you having a little bit of extra fun today?
I am having a great time here. Getting up close now with Violetta. I'm right behind the camera guy. I'm going to see if I can get his attention for 1 second and do a little wave to the stream. What's going on, everybody? So glad you could tune into this show tonight. Thanks so much. And make sure you get your votes in.
And for anyone who wants to connect with Tyson, we have his Instagram up on the screen right now. Wow, this piece from Violetta, I am just completely blown away. There's just so much emotion here, and there's so much passion with the use of these warm colors.
Absolutely.
Moving over to Shani and Tyson, what are you thinking of this color explosion?
Bam. Look at that. I'm really just digesting that now. Wow.
Good. It's so good. It's this like it's almost like feathers, like all of these beautiful multicolored like plumage. It's incredible the way that it's really just taken over the composition here.
And I just love how much paint she's used. It's creating a really beautiful three-dimensional texture.
Yeah,
it's
just
capturing
really,
really beautiful.
layering. And do you think that she's put that on with a palette knife, aka a painter's sword?
Well. It's always exciting to see which weapons these artists bring into battle.
And moving over to Jacqueline as well, and catching these final moments from this artist, and really loving the kind of cooler tones in the top corner that are balanced by these super warm flowers in the other corner.
Yeah, there's a nice divide here across the diagonal of this composition with the warm and dark, and it's quite appealing and has a good distance appeal. Like even from standing far, it's a very distinctive painting.
That's such a great point, Tyson, and also something that's very important for our battle is up close.
4, 3, 2, 1, brushes down. All right. That was the fun part. The hard part is choosing which one of these paintings you think is the best. The top two from this round will go through to the third and final round. Of course, all of these paintings are up for a silent auction. You can check that right on the same page as the voting is on. Real convenient there for you. 6 very different, very cool, very awesome paintings. You have to decide who you wanted to see in the final.
And once you've gotten those votes in, make sure you get those bids in and take one of these amazing paintings home with you tonight. And you want, of course, you can bid on these paintings as well. Get your bids in, get your votes in, and we'll see you in a little bit. But before I let you go, can we all, on the count of 3, say happy birthday, Mo? 1, 2, 3. Happy This is my home. Happy birthday. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. And we will get you some music for holding our amazing, illustrious, fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous, I'm sorry I forgot to announce you in the first round, DJ Shira. And Shira on Instagram. Follow her. You'll do as you did. Turn it up, Miss Shira.
Wow, what an incredible first round. So many different styles represented at the easel. So many different modes of painting. Tyson, any favorites from the round?
Oh, that's a really hard question, as it always is. But I mean, Shani's really brought something special with the hyper contrast of the monochromatic portrait against the beautiful floral arrangement.
Yeah, that was just incredible. So impactful in her timing with it as well.
Absolutely. Amani is sure to get some votes tonight with her adorable frog.
Oh my gosh. Another piece that balanced monochrome with color. Just these guys are really, they know what they're doing tonight.
Absolutely. But I have to say, I think Violetta is certainly going to be a standout. The composition is just banging.
I couldn't agree more. There's just so much passion within that piece and so much presence for the portrait. And for our audience that is watching now, it is your time to vote at artbattle.com/AB2448. The top 2 artists as voted by the audience will move forward into a third and final round, facing the top artists from our next round as well. So be sure to get your votes in. We often hear that voting can be really, really tight. So every single vote counts. And you can register to vote at the link that's on your screen, artbattle.com/AB2448. The auction link to participate and purchase any of these paintings is also there as well. Tyson and I will be back for round number 2 in just a few moments. We are going to have another 6 artists stepping up to the easels. And this time, almost all of the artists in round number 2 are brand new to Art Battle. So we have some very exciting paint about to fly to the easels. So stay tuned for round number 2 coming up in just a few minutes.
Wildcard spot to be filled right now. We're gonna pick this time. Tanya is gonna reach in there and pick out a name totally at random.
Don't pick your friend, don't pick your friend, don't pick your friend. I'm gonna keep again, and we go like, okay, it's Chris Gill.
Chris Gill.
Where you at, Chris?
Chris!
Gill. And I will hear from Chris Gill shortly. Yeah, Chris! Chris Gill!
All right. Yes, just take his hand as your jacket. That's fine. All right, here we go. We've got 20 minutes on the clock at the end of the round. You will vote for which painter you think deserves to paint in the final round. Let's hear it for these painters at easel number 1. An intuitive artist creating bold, bright, and joyful work. Let's have a big round of applause for Erica Mills. At easel number 2, known for his unique ability to capture the energy of his subjects, be it people or places. Please put your hands together for Kurt Marhue. At easel number 3, an illustrator and muralist exploring themes of pop culture and identity. Let's hear it for Blushing Bandit.
Oh, look, both Blushing Bandit and I can't wait for the Barbie movie, it seems. At easel number 4. Her paintings capture raw emotions through versatile brushstrokes and expressive colors. She's here with her husband celebrating 8 years of being married. Please give it up for Sura! gentlemen. His first name is Chris, and his last name is Gill. Please make some noise for Chris! Tonight's wildest of wild cards.
The wildest. All right, we are ready to start. Round number 2, we're going to count down from 5. When we get to 1, we're going to scream, let's paint, let's get it going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's paint!
Yes, you had that video.
All right, we officially have 20 minutes on the clock and are in our second round of live competitive painting for Art Battle in Toronto. Right now, I believe that our camera is at easel number 5 with Randal James. Jason, if you want to go hang out at Randal's easel.
Yes, he is, and he is moving quickly, making splashes of color here on the canvas.
Yeah, this gorgeous pink and blue just kind of colliding together is really interesting.
So much motion, so much life, and I am so excited to see what he comes up with this round.
Me too. Randal is an artist who is brand new to Art Battle, so this is his very first battle. So I can't wait to see what he throws down.
Amazing. Well, I had a chance to chat with him earlier, and he's got a great attitude.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That can make such a huge difference going into this kind of pressure situation. And here we are with our wild card, Chris Gill.
Indeed, and it looks like he's using some interesting grid technique here.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some really cool line work that's going to come to fruition from Chris. And we are also looking at Erica Mills right now, throwing down some really gorgeous, just intuitive brushwork.
Absolutely. And I love the color palette that she's using here, that bright pink and the almost lilac color here. Lovely start.
Oh my gosh, the lilac color is just like, it's almost acting like a neutral because it's between those two colors, but it's still so colorful.
I feel that.
Kurt Marhue here, leaning a little bit more into the primitive, which is very interesting. I think that he's intentionally creating some really rough drawings right now.
Definitely. And a creepy figure has emerged on the canvas, and I'm here for it.
Me too. There's a definite vibe that's being established right now. And I think that it's one that's going to be kind of leaning towards the chaotic. And I'm looking forward to seeing the performance aspect of that.
Well, a little chaos certainly makes for a very exciting round.
That is for sure. Here we are with Blushing Bandit, and she is doing some graphite drawing right now. Looks like she is establishing a figure in the center of the canvas.
Well, it is always so exciting to see the different approaches that painters take to their canvases. Some draw, some splash, and cover the entire canvas in a single color, and we shall see how it transpires.
And over with Sura now. And Sura painted in Art Battle, I think almost 10 years ago in the early Art Battle days. And so it's really exciting to have her back at the easel, and she is just absolutely going for it.
Going for it indeed, with a broad brush covering the entire canvas already. But also I noticed there's been some scratches in the lower hemisphere of this composition.
I always
or
love
canvas,
seeing,
rather. Composition.
I always love seeing that when there's that little scratched away element. It just adds this really interesting energy to the piece.
Speaking of energy.
Oh, totally. Whoa! We got a profile and a portrait kind of hanging out in the same like headspace right now. Are you seeing that?
I am seeing that, absolutely. It is an explosion of an artist or a piece of work here.
Yeah, just the way that this is coming together, that it's so strange, and there's all of these different elements to kind of discover within it already.
And we're back with the wild card.
And he's got that grid going up at the top, and we've got some brown being established in the bottom. I'm looking forward to the reveal of what this is.
And Chris, the local host here, has just declared there are 15 more minutes of this round.
Wow, I can't believe that some of these pieces are only 5 minutes in the making, especially over here with Erica. And the way that this piece is already coming together, Erica describes herself as a very intuitive artist, and I can really see that coming through here.
Well, she may be an intuitive artist, and I am into it.
Maybe
that was a bit of a reach.
I love your puns so much. They bring me so much Art Battle joy.
Oh, glad to hear it. Well, I hope that I'm bringing some Art Battle joy to the folks at home. Thank you very much for tuning in, and be sure to register to make sure that you get your votes in each round. Every vote counts.
And you'll be registering to vote at the link that's on your screen, artbattle.com/AB2448. Yeah, this periwinkle color, there's something about it that is just so beautiful to me.
I realized I got quite ahead. I got swept away in the crowd here. All right, we are still on Erica, I see.
Yeah, still on Erica and shortly moving over to Blushing Bandit. Oh, no, that's my mistake. Moving over to Kurt. Okay, it's now turned into a teddy bear.
A slightly creepy teddy at that.
I would say more than slightly. I think that we're going full creepy on the teddy bear.
But I'm still here for it.
And the way that he's kind of interrupted the typography behind the bear is very interesting as well.
Yeah, incorporating typography can really elevate an image and really draw upon the imaginations of the audience.
Moving over to Blushing Bandit now, and we have seen her executing so far only in graphite and now starting to add some marker components in as well.
So exciting to always see the paces that the artists take to their works. Some start covering off the entire canvas and some will be very paced and measured, bringing so much to life in the very final moments.
Yeah, that's so much of the challenge of Art Battle is how are you going to approach the building of your piece? What strategy are you going to take? Which steps come first? Getting these little.
Is she drawing with a marker there?
Pardon?
I was just asking if she was drawing with the marker.
Yes, I think that we have a paint marker going there, and we have just switched over to Sura. And oh my gosh, the way that this piece is coming together, we have all of this just flurry of energy converging on this light in the middle of this environment.
Environment, exactly. There's so much power and tension in this. You really get a sense for a mood and anticipation of a storm coming on the horizon.
And I feel like she must be using oil too. This looks really glossy and buttery.
I wonder, well, that would be a bold choice. And we often talk about the weapons that the artists bring into battle here. And so bringing some oil would be certainly a bold choice.
Yes, and there's added challenges within that as well of using oil in this time space is that the oil is not going to dry in the same way that the acrylic is. So it's really a challenge to layer over top of it. Moving over to Randal, and Randal is just continuing to kind of delight us with all of these strange, surreal components coming together.
Yeah, he is certainly having fun with this one. And I'm sure that the audience as well is having a great time watching it.
And
I know I am.
Me too. He's working on this little eye right now. Oh, and I can also see that Randal is dancing as well, which I always really appreciate the artists bringing their energy to the performance as well.
And that truly is one of the special things about the live painting competition here at Art Battle.
Oh, definitely. We're really seeing these guys put themselves on display and taking something that would normally be quite private, of creating art in the studio and doing it in this performance aspect.
Minutes to go. Audience, how we doing? How we feeling? Let me hear it. Less than 10 minutes to go in the second round. DJ Shimmer's turn is hot stats.
Oh yes, oh yes. The vibe here at the Great Hall tonight is amazing, and the painters are dazzling us with their talent.
I am completely blown away by this piece by Erica. The way that she is layering all of these different vibrant colors over top of each other, and they're not muddy and they're not competing with each other. They're just all in harmony.
Especially the use of the bright pink there that is giving the contour of those trees.
It's so lovely, that kind of electric pink outline. And that is something that Erica often is employing with her work, starting off with pink.
Well, pink is certainly a crowd-pleasing color, so I'm sure it'll yield some votes for her tonight.
I think so. That piece is just undeniably excellent.
Undeniably.
And here we are with Kurt and our creepy Teddy here. I'm wondering if Teddy is sitting at a desk of some kind. I want to know the context of the Teddy.
Yeah, that looks to be maybe a business Teddy.
A business Teddy. This Teddy is, he's got things to do.
Yeah, like creeping me out.
People to scare. And we're certainly getting into this kind of uber stylized space of very intentionally creating these simplified shapes and leaning into this kind of illustrative quality. And speaking of illustrative, on the kind of opposite end, going for a very tight execution, we have Blushing Bandit working still in this marker here.
Yeah, no kidding. Quite a distinctive style and approach to this canvas tonight.
I'm loving these little stylistic elements of the triangular nose and the over-exaggerated eyelashes.
And we do see some canvas, some paint on her canvas. So as per usual, a little bit of foreshadowing as to what we might expect for the remainder of this painting.
Are we seeing any, Tyson, do you think that we're going to be getting some paint application here a little bit later on?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but upon a closer look, it looks like she might have a collection of various colored markers.
Ooh, well, I'm excited to see what the color elements are going to be that get introduced in that piece.
Same here.
Sura just killing it. Oh my goodness, with this very, very energetic landscape.
And there are a lot of people here in the room taking out their phones, taking photos here of Sura's beautiful image here.
Yeah, it's just so present. There's so much energy just flowing from this piece.
Absolutely. It's a striking moment that's been captured.
And looks like we're also getting the introduction of a tiny little figure hanging out in there as well.
I love that. I love the introduction of a distant figure, especially when they're kind of ambiguously depicted. Leaves a lot to the imagination and draws in the audience to participate in the generation of the reality of the moment.
Completely. And here we are back with Randal, and Randal is just joyfully executing this piece for us. And I have to say that I'm really enamored with the blue profile and the way that it's kind of leaning down.
Absolutely. There is sass and there is a wonderful array of colors and so much movement.
So much movement. And I think the movement is also reflective of Randal's energy and how much fun he's having.
In the second round.
So only 5 minutes remaining on the clock for Art Battle Toronto in our second round. The top 2 artists from our first round and the top 2 artists from this round will be moving forward into a 4-artist final showdown. So make sure that you get registered to vote at artbattle.com/AB2448, the link that is on your screen, and pick your favorite artists from round 1 and round 2. Both rounds are open for voting, and the bidding is active in the auction for these pieces as well. Over with our wild card, Chris. And you can see that Chris has got some little trees going on in a valley right now, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. There's still a lot of mystery about what we're looking at here, but I'm certainly drawn in and intrigued.
And with Erica as well, oh my gosh, the addition of this just gorgeous, bright, like almost chartreuse bright green.
Absolutely. It's
So
a
engaging.
celebration.
Yeah, an absolute celebration of color. You couldn't be more right, Tyson. This piece is just, it feels so joyful.
It's also making me think of some classic summer sunsets, you know, that you might see where those special moments where pink is all across the sky.
Yeah, it's so bright and bold, but at the same time, it's soft and nostalgic.
And the heaviness of the clouds also speaks to the moment that is occurring here, that of perhaps a transitional moment here. Maybe a storm is coming, or maybe a storm has just been.
Ooh, I love that. If I could name that piece, I would name it Petrichor, because that's what it smells like after it rains.
Oh,
One of my
nice.
favorite words. Putting kids to sleep since 1902 is now what we're seeing from Kurt's piece, and we've almost skipped over Kurt, and now we're at Blushing Bandit, and we're finally getting some introduction of color here as well with this violet color. What are you thinking of this piece, Tyson?
Well, I'm trying to navigate the crowd to get a good look here.
Oh, I totally understand. For anyone who is just joining us, Tyson is actually on site as our art commentary consultant right now, and he is navigating the crowd and following the camera up at the easel, speaking about the art live, which is so exciting, and he's doing such a great job. If anyone wants to hang out with Tyson online, you can see his Instagram on the screen right now.
Absolutely right. You know, on the subject of this this wonderful painting here, or drawing rather, there's such a narrative that's been conveyed here. What appears to be a date gone wrong, a bottle of wine pouring over a rose losing its petal, and a concerned looking face on this individual looking at a shadow figure.
Yeah, so ominous, but really, really engaging. Blushing Bandit has just done such a fantastic job at creating this narrative within her piece.
1 minute left.
Whoa, I'm like almost seeing, I feel like I see something with Sura's piece in the wind, like a face or something. You see it?
Oh my gosh. Is that a unicorn?
I want to say that it's a unicorn, but I was afraid to call it.
Wow. Perhaps we'll just be left to imagine it.
What a piece. What a piece. And here we are moving over to Randal. And Randal's just completely embraced the performance aspect of Art Battle tonight, and has also really decided to lean into the surreal.
What a round.
Again, this was the easy part. My friends, the hard part is now your turn. Which of these paintings do you like the best? Which of these paintings do you want to see paint one more time in our third and final round? Make your vote. Then, of course, check out those paintings and take one of these fine paintings home with you tonight. You'll have and own art from some of the best painters in Toronto, so why the heck not?
Why All right, you've got about 5 minutes to cast your vote. We will be announcing the winners of the first round and the winners of the second round together as soon as we have all the votes in here for the second round. So it is up to you. Get your votes in there. You can bid right away. You can bid later. Just get your bids in there too. All right, let's have a little bit of voting music.
Wow, what an incredible second round of Art Battle in Toronto. I am so impressed with these new artists. I think Sura being the only artist who had previously painted in Art Battle before. I think that there are definitely some standout pieces. I know that I particularly loved Erica's piece. What are your thoughts, Tyson?
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Erica's was phenomenal. I loved the energy of all these painters, especially the newcomers. And that being said, Sura brought the experience and sophistication of a return painter, and has really created something with elegance and sophistication.
Oh, absolutely. And I also have to congratulate our blushing Bandit as well for being able to really communicate such a clear and interesting narrative and concept with her piece. And from you guys, we would love to hear from you guys in the comments about which pieces you are loving and whose performances you have most enjoyed. Make sure that you head over to artbattle.com/AB2448 to cast your vote. The top two artists from round number 1 and from round number 2 will be moving forward into a 4-artist final. Our voting is going to be open for about 5 minutes only, so make sure that you get your votes in. And Tyson and I will be back for the winner announcement in just a few minutes, so stay tuned.
Our immense appreciation for all the painters who have done such a great job here tonight. All right, from the first round, we had 2 painters. From the second round, we had 2 painters. I'm going to open up the magic envelope here and let Tanya read out the winners from the first round.
The first round, the winners are from easel number 4, Amani. Yeah, I get those easels. And from easel number 6, Violetta Radzilevich.
All right, congratulations to Amani and Violetta from round number 2. From easel 4, Sura. And from easel 5, Randal James. Dance machine. All right, Amani, Violetta, Sura, Randal, please come to the stage and make up your palettes. The final round is all set, except for these painters have to get ready to create a second painting. The canvases aren't blank right now, but after another 20 minutes, they are going to be beautiful, and it will be up to you to decide who is the champion. We will be right back in about 5.5 minutes.
to our Toronto Regional Final in June, and then after that, July is the National. So it's a big one. If they win, they're painting again with a chance to paint and win the crown of Canada. At easel number 1, please make a whole lot of noise for Amani! Stepping up right now at easel number 2, put your hands together for Violetta Radzilevich!
All right, at easel number 3 from round number 2, making her first appearance in the final. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sura And at easel number 4, in his very first art battle, here he is in the finals. Put your hands together for Randal James. All right, we've got 4 awesome painters who are already winners tonight. One of them will be the champion, but all 4 are going to do an amazing job in just the 20 minutes that they are given. Are you ready to start round 3? All right, round 3 begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's play!
All right, we now have 20 minutes officially on the clock for our third and final round of Art Battle in Toronto. One artist will emerge the winner of this round and will become the champion of the night. And that artist will then move on to the Toronto City Finals taking place very soon in June. Right now, we are at the easel of Sura, who is one of our finalists.
Oh, yes, she is. And she's starting off this canvas similarly to how she did with her previous round. Starting off with this almost sepia tone. Can't wait to see what she brings to us this round.
I'm not usually someone to ask for the same thing twice, but I would not sneeze at a very similar painting. I would be really stoked to have a really similar painting for first round one because it was so good.
I would be happy with another moody pastoral scene.
Absolutely. And here we are with Randal James again. And Randal is the only newbie artist to make it to the finals tonight. So huge congratulations to Randal.
Yes, indeed. And he's bringing it on the canvas and he's bringing it on the dance floor, bringing such great energy here to the Great Hall tonight.
I saw that. And Randal, I think, also is a drummer as well. So it's no surprise that he's really embracing musicality as a part of his performance tonight.
And he certainly brings that rhythm to the canvas as well.
Oh, definitely. And I'm loving this blue start as well.
And we've shifted over to Amani. Bringing a splash of color and an emerging composition here, what appears to be potentially a portrait.
I feel like you're right. I think it is going to end up being a portrait, and good eye for being able to tell that from such a few abstracted strokes.
Well, maybe I'm just thinking with wishful eyes here because I think that would be great to see. I'm loving the color scheme that we're having here. And if I may just put forward another hypothesis, we could be looking at a lion here.
I was also thinking that it was morphing into that. Man, this it just goes to show how quickly things change in the art battle arena.
Absolutely. All different approaches that these artists bring to their canvases, all different paces. Some do a lot in the very first portion, and some very much wait for the last moments to bring it all together.
Ooh, that hit of blue is so nice.
What you doing with that blue?
What you doing with that blue? Amani? And I love the way that Amani just like really goes for it with her palette. She loves embracing unexpected colors.
No kidding. And quite a bit of black, or rather dark, has been used on the canvas, which is always a bold choice because it's hard to come back from when there's already a lot of darkness on the canvas. But she's clearly looking very in control here.
Yes, great control, balancing that dark along with the vibrancy of her colors. I always wonder how she doesn't get them muddied up, but her own battle secret, I guess.
Indeed.
Moving over to Violetta, and I feel like I already know where this one is going, but I'm not going to reveal too much.
All right, I will act like I don't have a very deep hypothesis here as well.
I feel okay. Maybe I'll say it. Maybe I'll just say it. I think that we're gonna end up with something close to "Girl with a Pearl Earring."
Oh, okay. Perhaps
think
they'll look good together, and people can purchase them as a pair.
Ooh, yeah. The really heavy paint application in the establishment of the skin tone right now, and I think that that's gonna give her a lot of good slip of paint to play with.
And we're back to Sura. And again, so much has been conveyed here on this canvas. Definitely tapping into a similar motif with those moody clouds.
I'm so excited about it. I'm always asking for versatility in the final round, but I really just wanted to see Sura execute a companion piece that was comparable, and I think that we're going to get that.
Sometimes as a strategy, you just got to play the hits.
And I'm sure that this is going to be a hit because already she's off to such a strong start and just like really showing us her ability to convey atmosphere.
And I love the subtle scratches on the lower hemisphere.
Me too. There's something unique about that. We have about 5 minutes elapsed and 15 minutes remaining in our third and final round of this edition of Art Battle in Toronto.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So thank you so much, everybody who has tuned into the live stream so far. And be sure to register to vote if you haven't already.
You can register to vote at the link that is on your screen, artbattle.com/AB2448. And also a big shout out to our on-site correspondent and co-host tonight, Tyson Cody, rocking the mic.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Morgan. It's a pleasure to be here, and certainly a little different to be right down on the floor right here.
It truly
occasionally getting swept up in the crowd.
Really has that art sports feeling. The energy that you're bringing to it tonight, Tyson.
Well, I'm having a great time.
So much beautiful blending here from Sura, and because of the reflectiveness on the lights, we can really see every single little brushstroke that she's doing.
Absolutely, and there's a really beautiful depth of these hues that she's choosing for the cloud.
And oh my gosh, she's painting with 2 hands. What?
Wow.
That's amazing. I just noticed that she was doing that. Okay, moving over to Randal. And this piece is much more peaceful compared to his first round. I feel like we've got this woman like leaning back and it's feeling very calming.
Yes, perhaps he was able to burn up some of that excited energy in the dance battle during the break. And now he's bringing a little bit of tranquility to the canvas.
I love that we're talking about him bringing tranquility, and he's literally using his whole body physically to create these brushstrokes. Talk about
totally
your contrast of performance.
And that's exactly the kind of thing that makes for an exciting round and an exciting performance.
Absolutely. And we are now back with Amani Muhammad, and both of us were wrong.
Absolutely, we're back. And it is indeed a very groovy creature of some sort.
I think we're in gorilla space, just with the way that she's executing the nose.
I was thinking we're looking at some sunglasses on this this primate.
This is cool. This is very cool. And usually from Amani, I think that we've seen before more serious pieces that aren't necessarily incorporating like this whimsy element. And so this is really nice to see from her. And moving over to Violetta, check out that eye contact.
I am checking it out, and I'm here in the room, and those eyes seem to be following me around wherever I go.
Yeah, they are piercing. There's just such a connecting quality from this portrait.
And I just love this color scheme as well. The very prominent rust tone of the complexion is really beautiful against that.